Hello beautiful people, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day, and today's video is finally going to be a review of the Magic Star setting powder from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I got the shade Rose. Today we're going to be trying out this setting powder. We're going to be doing a try on with a whole bunch of different concealers to see how it performs and handles it, especially because concealers and setting powders need to get along properly. And yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, before we get started, all makeup on this channel is cruelty free and so is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Also, this product is vegan in case you're wondering about that. Now this product does retail for $22, the same price as the Magic Star Concealer that we reviewed in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen it, I will leave it linked down below. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you here. I review all the new Jeffree Star launches, and it'd be cool if you'd hang out with me. So let's go ahead and get started talking about this. This comes in a bunch of different shades, all the way from translucent to a very deep shade. And this is Rose, which is the third shade. So there is a translucent, there's more of a yellow base, and this is more of a pinky based powder. I chose Rose because I have very cool undertones, like a lot of blue in my skin, so I chose something more towards pink instead of yellow. So this is the back of the Rose setting powder. And it says it's good for 12 months and you get 0.352 ounces of products or 10 grams of product. I think it's a decent amount of powder. I probably, because I do my face every day, will go through it quite quickly. But I think if you are the average person who does their makeup about 4 times a week, this will last you a pretty good amount of time. And I also really love, since we tried this out with the Jeffree Star Concealer in yesterday's video, I love that this smells like icing. Like, it's a very, very pungently sweet smelling setting powder. A little bit does fly in the air, but it is very finely milled. It does set the under eyes really nicely with a sponge and with a brush. So the formula of the setting powder is about your typical setting powder, except with a sweet, sweet smell. So let's go ahead and try it out and see what it looks like on the face. Alright, so let's get started trying out the powder. This is the box for powder. I really don't like the box of this powder. That's the first thing I noticed when I open it, is I just don't like it. But it doesn't really matter because most people throw the boxes away. But this is what the front of the box looks like. It just has the sticker with the shade name, a little magic wand, and I like this that says the title of it. But the front of the box itself, I don't think it's that cute. But let's get into the packaging for the actual powder, which has powder on it. I apologize. I think this is really cute. I think it's really nice. The raised star is really cute. I like the packaging. I feel like it's a really good size too. So yeah, I'm going to prime my face, do foundation, and then I will test out a bunch of different concealer formulations on my face so we can see if they work well with the powder. So I chose 4 different concealers to test out the powder with. Yesterday we tried the Jeffree Star concealer with the powder. So today I want to test out some other formulations in case you didn't get the Jeffree Star concealer. So I'm going to start off with the Shape Tape, and I'm also going to use the Jouer Essentials underneath the eye. This is a concealer I find does not work well with every setting powder. It is a very finicky concealer, but a lot of people love it as well. So I'm going to mix the Shape Tape and the Jouer underneath my eyes. I'll also be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer for underneath of my cheekbone area and my little scar on my forehead. And then for my under the chin area, I will be using the Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution. Okay, so this is the amount of concealer I'm wearing. I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. So I'm going to start using the Jeffree Star Rose powder. It's just kind of messy right now. I'm going to set it using the sponge for the under eyes, and I'll use a brush for the rest of my face. Okay, so my face is set now, and I am going to go like bronze, contour, highlight, all that stuff. But I want to say this sifter thing, I told you in the like concealer video, I'm not a fan of this kind of sifter. I prefer one that you can kind of pop off or like take off if you want to. But I feel like even when you close this little thing, like a lot of product still gets stuck underneath of this little turning lip thing. Product and powder gets stuck underneath there, so I do not find it the best like powder closing solution. I find it just pretty impractical, to be honest, but that's just my personal preference. As far as the finish of the powder right now, I think it looks pretty good. It looks like a nice soft finish. It's nothing I'm going to rave about or anything, because it just looks like a normal setting powder, like a good setting powder, I do like the rose tone on my skin. I think it looks very nice. Of course, I do need to bronze my skin, but because I hate setting powders that are really yellow, I feel like my under eyes today actually look pretty good because it's not a yellow setting powder I pressed underneath there. So I am very happy there is a rose shade in this. I think it's really cute. And now I'm going to finish my face. Alright guys, this is my finished face when it's all set and done, and I've made that joke way too many times. So overall, the under eyes look very good. It's not creasing on me. I think the setting powder is doing a really good job under there. And yeah, I'm just going to wear this for about, well, it's right before noon right now, so I'll probably see you at midnight. I'm going to try to do it for a really long time and see how it handles everything. Okay, so it's been 12 hours since I applied the setting powder, and let's talk about it. So I think overall with all the different concealers we tried today, even like really weird formulations like the Jouer one, I think it held up pretty well. Obviously, it don't look like as great because like foundation and concealer have worn away. But what I look for in a good setting powder specifically is less creasing, it's finely milled, and how it looks when you first apply it, like a fresh finish. I thought the fresh finish was very nice. I like the scent. A lot of people don't like scents, so if you don't like fragrances, this is really fragrant. Be careful. Also, if you have like really sensitive skin, some people are sensitive to fragrances as well. Just keep that in mind, but you can always like try and return if it doesn't work out for you. So let's talk about it. The creasing, I am not experiencing too much creasing. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that. I mean, I do look like an oily mess, but you know, it's okay. I did take on a lot of product today, but I think there's no creasing that much. I think it's very finely milled. It was very easy to work with. It does, like, a lot of it does fly in the air because it is just so fine of a powder, but I do really like it. So if it came down to, because I did review the Jeffree Star Concealer yesterday, or should you get the powder, say you're considering getting one or the other, I would say get the powder. I do like the concealer as well, but I feel like it's really hard to match your shade online, and I feel like if you have a concealer you like already, that's not necessarily like something you need, but I do think like a good setting powder is something great to have, and I really do like this one. I think it's really good. Is it going to replace my Cover FX powder? I don't know, because my Cover FX powder is a little bit yellow, but it is my favorite setting powder ever. And this one's less yellow, so I do think I'll get my use out of this. I think I will probably go through this entire thing. I really do like the setting powder. I am not too crazy about this mechanism in here. It's kind of a pain in the butt if you ask me, but that's personal preference. But the powder quality itself I think is really nice. I enjoy the fragrance. I enjoy how light and finely milled it is. It's a very fluffy powder, and I think it's really worth the money. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got the setting powder, let me know what you think of it, and let me know what shade you got too, because I'm kind of interested to see what shades people leaned towards with this powder, because there is like a whole bunch of different undertones and stuff. Anyways, thank you guys so much. If you hadn't hit subscribe before, I would love to have you here. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.